So, we are at the anniversary. The game is officially 1 year old now, however I have been playing a little bit longer than that. My login streak is 429 days, I believe, so I have been playing a bit longer than 1 year. I have been actually playing since the open beta, but the game is now officially 1 year old, and we have received a new, let's say, anniversary platoon that I will be playing today. You can obtain the platoon by completing the tasks, and honestly, I would say definitely complete the tasks, because tanks like this one is kind of a special thing, and it's a premium vehicle. I would say any premium is definitely worth keeping. And yeah, here are the tasks. I have completed all of them. I also need to complete the normal tasks for the normal tier 5 platoon later. Anyway, so the Zrinyi 1, that's the name of the vehicle that I'll be playing today. It has a 75mm main gun, 40 km/h is top speed, the reverse is also 40 km/h. It weighs 22 tons for crew members, 146 average penetration, 5.9 second reload. It has decent turret rotation speed, or gun rotation, I guess. The frontal armor is good, however the upper part of the vehicle is kind of flat, and you can get penetrated easily by most vehicles, but it has rockets. Now, the rockets on this thing are unreliable, let me tell you that right away. For some reason, those rockets really don't like to follow where you want them to go. And honestly, there is the Calliope at tier 2, which rocket-wise is definitely much better, and when I saw this vehicle for the first time, I was very excited for the rockets. It has 6 of them, 3 on each side, and I have to say, this vehicle does look very nice. It's definitely cute. This little tank is very cute, has very nice camouflage. I mean, it's a special vehicle, an anniversary vehicle, and definitely worth having, that's for sure. However, those rockets have disappointed me. Now, I played a lot of battles today. I was trying to get those rockets to work, and you will see me not use those rockets often. They only fly in a straight line. Can go up, can go down, but those rockets don't follow the main gun's aim, and that's a big problem. The rockets definitely need to have their own aim, so that you can align the vehicle properly, so that you can launch the rocket. And yeah, I mean, you can see me launch those rockets, and they are not even going anywhere near the aiming circle there. That's because of their placements. They're placed, and they're only able to go basically forward. Aiming with those rockets at long distances is definitely a tough thing to do. It's not impossible though. It's definitely possible, but it's very difficult to do. The Calliope, for example, it's much easier to aim with the Calliope than to aim with the rockets on this vehicle. However, the main gun is actually decent. It gets hit at tier 2 and has APC BC. I'm primarily using APC BC since it's honestly more than enough. It gets the job done quite well. Heat is also decent, and it can be used against lightly armored vehicles to overpressure them, and it can be used against some more heavily armored vehicles. One very good trait of this vehicle is the fact that it's very flat, it's very low profile. Kind of feels like a Stug, honestly, when you're driving it around. It's very low profile, so you can definitely take advantage of the terrain, and you can hide this vehicle quite easily behind some very low obstacles. The speed and maneuverability wise, it's good. It's actually pretty decent. It's able to get to a decent speed, A reverse of 43 km per hour. 40 km per hour is honestly amazing at tier 2, and that's a huge bonus, a huge plus point for this little tank destroyer. Now I did mention my disappointment with those rockets. Those rockets really are not. I don't want to say not good, because when those rockets hit, they do wreck. Okay, it's their accuracy and the way that they're working. Those rockets, yeah, definitely needs to get a new aim for both of the rockets, so that you can know where the rockets are actually aiming at. That's a thing that this vehicle needs. And you might be wondering, well, what would be the use for rockets on this vehicle? Is it just decoration? Well, obviously not. If you can manage to get close, like very close, point blank to the enemy, you can use those rockets point blank, and you can absolutely destroy whatever you are close to. That's why why I like those rockets. I mean, just look at that. That rocket didn't even go. Yeah, that was a miss, by the way. I did try to launch the rocket at the T-34. It didn't even go anywhere close to it. Okay. However, up close, and I mean up very close, those rockets are nasty. So if you can manage to get close to the enemy, if you can spam those, and you can spam those rockets up close, you will have a very, very enjoyable experience. So those rockets only at very close distance. Sniping, yeah, not going to work. And I mean, just look at that. There's a Chinu, and where are my rockets going? Who knows? I didn't even see them. But if I were close to that vehicle, those rockets would absolutely destroy that. So the rocket itself is good. It does some good damage when it hits, and the rocket is good. Unfortunately, the accuracy isn't, and that's the main problem. But see, there you have a secondary weapon that you can use, so I guess it's okay. I mean, Calliops rockets, I feel like this vehicle has much more powerful rockets than a Calliops, since I was able to penetrate heavy tanks from the front like no big deal with this vehicle. So those rockets are definitely something, and it's just fortunate that it's not really easy to aim them. Maybe a balancing factor, who knows, but that's just how it is with the rockets. And honestly, I do like this vehicle. I've had fun driving it, that's for sure. I mean, low tier is definitely the fun tier, so can't really complain about that. Low tier is definitely the fun tier, that's undeniable. And this is the anniversary Platoon, anniversary vehicle. So it's always nice to have that. After all, as I mentioned before, War Thunder Mobile is definitely one of the best games of its type on this platform at the moment, probably the best at this moment. Very well optimized. There is, I would say there is no pay to win, since I have literally every single premium tank, and I get destroyed with the premium tanks. I actually played the game quite decent, I would say. So definitely not pay to win. And the game is very fun, very close to what the PC Warfare is, and that's a huge bonus for Gaijin, because very few developers actually pulled that off. However, one thing that I messed up here while playing this vehicle is the ammo. You will run out of ammo very quickly with this vehicle, so you can take a bit more ammo, or you have to reload at one point. That's one thing to keep in mind. I did run out of ammo myself quite often with this, but did my rocket actually hit? No, that wasn't the rocket, that was the artillery. Yeah, the moment when the artillery is actually more accurate than the rocket on the vehicle. Yeah, that's kind of funny. that is kind of funny, but yeah, I'm never going to be able to reach B and A, and this is a defeat, but it was a good match regardless. It was definitely a good match regardless. Yeah, that was a good battle. Well, that was the first battle. Let's go to the next battle. Now you will see more. I'll play a lot more vehicles, by the way. This is just one tank. Do you have that truck? That's probably my favorite vehicle of this platoon, and you will see why. It's surprisingly extremely fun to use. And I got the same map. Almost thought that I don't have enough horsepower to climb that. Thankfully I did. This little vehicle can actually be a pretty decent sniper. It does have a fairly accurate main gun. And the main gun is honestly more than enough. It is going to, get the job done just fine. Up close we also have the rockets, and the rockets can actually save you in from some very nasty moments, especially when you're reloading and when you are getting jumped. You can just spam the rockets at the enemy. And here I'm just trying to figure out where the rocket will fall, and you can see where it will fall. It's surprisingly, you have to aim quite up in order to reach all the way over there. That's why I'm saying that the rocket needs its own aiming circle, or just use it up close. That also works, but I guess a separate aiming circle would be fun. And I missed. Okay. This vehicle will actually do really well if you can hide it in plain sight, since it is really low profile. You can hide it between some very funny obstacles and terrain. And you don't know how much I want to use those rockets, because if you have been following me for a while, you probably know that I love ATGMs, I love rocket vehicles, I love those exotic weapon systems in War Thunder. And I'm very sad that those rockets are limited to close range only. But I guess it's fine at the end of the day. And we have a Panzer IV. I mean, the shell does very nice damage when it goes in. It's a explosive APC BC shell, which in low tier is actually one of the better shells that you can use. You also have heat, but I rarely used heat, only against some certain vehicles. Mostly mostly using it versus vehicles with low armor, with thin armor, that you can overpressure easily. Kind of a high explosive with a multi-purpose high explosive. I guess that's the more accurate term to explain my use of heat on this vehicle. And which is which is fine. It gets the job done just well. However, that main gun though, I mean, okay, the rockets might be a little bit weird, but the main gun is definitely decent for this tier. I'm not really sure. I wouldn't say that it's the best main gun, because I think the T1E1 has a better main gun than this, but honestly, it gets the job done just fine. Not a big deal at all. Oh, the 90mm bus. Let me tell you, that thing is fun. That's going to be in the next video, alongside a medium tank. I did use both. That truck is just amazingly fun. Surprisingly fun, because I expected this vehicle to be the most fun one. Well, I was wrong. The truck is definitely the most fun vehicle in the platoon. No armor, best armor. That's the topic. That's going to be the topic for the next video, I guess. And now I'm driving around. Have to capture A. I love the speed of this little thing. It's such a cute vehicle, honestly, when you look at it from a certain angle. It's very, very cute. Very cute little tank destroyer. And now we are capturing Zone A. I am looking at the map. There's a bunch of tanks there. Oh! And my rockets... I actually did manage to hit once or twice, I think, but... Or was that the Calliope? I have no idea. But yeah, at this distance I still struggle with those rockets. And that is kinda funny when you think about it. Okay, we are holding all the 3 zones. Yes, we are, okay. And also the gun can actually move a lot for a little tank destroyer like this. The gun is actually able to move all over the place, and that's amazing. And yeah, the rockets failed to connect with that. Okay, someone else got the vehicle. Well, I will drive in reverse a little bit. Maybe, maybe not. I think we will win the match. There's just no way that we will lose this, but anything is possible. So, that was this little tank destroyer. It's a decent vehicle, I would say. It is definitely fun and unique, very unique. The uniqueness is definitely the best part of this vehicle. The rockets, well, the accuracy is bad. If you can manage to get this thing up close to something, that tank will have a very bad day, because those rockets are actually pretty nasty when they hit. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this little vehicle. It's definitely fun to drive around and fun to use. And well, it's a anniversary premium tank that you can get for free, so it's a free premium tank platoon, so might as well go and obtain this time. But with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. If you would like to support me, feel free to like and subscribe. And with that being said, stay safe. As always, I'll see you next time.